Love Ki Ghanti 1. You Can't Decide When It Rings. Written by Mr. Deepak Satya. Declaration. It is an English translation of the original Hindi book title, Love Ki Ghanti 1 foot, and subtitle, You Can't Decide When It Rings. The translation was done with the help of MS Word, Google Translator, and Grammarly.com. Thank you guys. Apology. There may be some grammatical mistakes in this book. I have tried hard not to make any mistakes, but mistakes may have been made. There are two reasons behind this. First, I am not good at grammar, and secondly, human errors are always possible. So I request you to focus on feelings and sentiments, not words. It is possible that many things written in it may not be liked by you, or the content may hurt your feelings. For that, I apologize to you in advance, and request that before any reaction you try to read and understand this book completely. Half or incomplete information only causes problems. If you read and understand this book completely, only then you will realize my clear intentions automatically, and that won't hurt your feelings. Team. This book has also been edited by Mr. Sawan Vishwadhar, and script supervision is also done. Dedication. This novel is dedicated to my brother Sawan Vishwadhar and sister Simran Sharma. Thank you both for your support during difficult times. Gratitude and consideration. Relationships and relatives. I have criticized both in the novel Love Ki Ghanti. Readers may feel that the author might have vented out his personal life. Even if it is true, it would not be right. It is true because every Bharatiya is irritated by his relatives. How can I remain untouched? This is not right, because my intention is never to vent anger. Relationships and relatives have great importance in a person's life, hence every person should understand that relatives are helpers, not demons. My real brother Sawan, and my younger uncle's daughter Simran, are two such people from whom we can learn the meaning of relationships and kinship. Thank you both very much. This time, thanks to all those people who created obstacles in my path, this victory is sweeter because of all of you. From the author's pen. Where I and my brother Sawan Vishwadhar live, the people from the Punjabi film industry live closest to us. In the beginning, as writers, we used to meet people with great enthusiasm. But when no one bought any of our stories, our enthusiasm went away. The specialty of me and Sawan is that we make very accurate comments when it comes to art, whether it is our artwork or someone else's. We often make sharp comments like, "It is nonsense" on the content written by us because a standard has been established in our minds. So when no one would buy our story, we would come home and take a second look at our stories. Every time we found all our stories amazing. Then the question would arise, why do people from the Punjabi film industry not like our stories? After almost 2 years we got the answer. They found our stories difficult. They looked for simple stories. Simple means the stuff which does not require much effort on the brain to understand, in which there is only loud comedy as content. After a year of this, we understood the reality. The reality is that most of the filmmakers in Bharat, India, and abroad are actually filmmakers not at all. They are unemployed people who have somehow entered the film industry to earn money and fame. These are those people who either know how to make films by stealing them, or know how to make films similar to the already hit films. In 2015, a film named Angras was released in the Punjabi film industry, which was a unique film of its kind. The film, which depicted Punjab in the 1950s, was full of laughter, romance, great songs, and top-notch acting. Hence the film became popular as shortly as it came out. You will be surprised to know that since then, a tradition of making similar films started which continues even in 2024. A real director is one who can see the film in the words written on the page, whereas in our entire country, 95% of directors copy the films indirectly or directly after watching them. If you have even the slightest doubt about what I am saying, then check out the films of directors wearing the cloak of greatness. Some petty thieves have stolen an entire particular film. Some of the better thieves steal 80% of the story of a film and contribute 20% to it. Some skilled thieves have made one film by stealing the story of 3 films each. Finally, we come to the Choro Ke Shahenshah people, great thieves. These are the people who first steal the stories of 3 to 4 films and make a story. Then they steal scenes from many films and put them in that story. In the words of Nayak actor Anil Kapoor, everybody Saab Ke Saab Chor Hain Saleh, everybody is a thief. Now how will such people understand the real stories? When we understood this, first of all, we felt relieved that we were not bad writers. We got the second understanding by listening to the interview of a writer named Himanshu Sharma. He said that he had met about 100 people in the Mumbai film industry regarding one of his scripts. Everyone had rejected his script. After that he met Anand L. Rai. And after that, we all got to see a film like Tanu Weds Manu. Yes, Tanu Weds Manu was rejected by 100 people. From here, we understood that not every story can be understood by everyone. In such a situation, it is better for the writer that no one takes interest in his/her story, because if incompetent people make a film on the writer's story, then only a useless film is made. Every year at least 1,200 films reach the theaters in Bharat, but not more than 10 films are worth watching. The reason is the same as I have mentioned above. I had understood the truth of the film industry, but we also needed money to run the house, so Salwan and I started writing a simple film that any director would like, and which would be so easy to make that after watching the film, we should not feel that they have taken away the life of our concept. Believe me, I and Salwan tried for many years, but we could not write anything like this. I remember that about 1.5 years ago, Salwan called me and said, "Baya, I have found a very simple story." I was very happy. I said, "Tell me." He started the story, which was really simple. But after just 2 minutes, zombies enter the story. I was shocked and upset, and Salwan was laughing loudly. He said that he had started simply, but the zombie angle would make the film interesting. He narrated the whole story, which was really full of humor. As a result, we did not get a simple film. Mother Nature has 3 stages of her system in the world. In the first stage, humans desire. In the second stage, Mother Nature gives humans an idea to fulfill their wishes, on which humans have to work. The third stage is coincidence, that is, humans have to wait until a coincidence occurs for their wish to become reality. Those who are thoughtfully waiting for coincidence, as shortly as they get success, say that their wait was successful. A coincidence happened, and our wish was fulfilled. Those who forget their desires and get busy with other work, consider their success as a miracle. Whereas the truth is that their desire is roaming in the atmosphere waiting for the right time, i.e., coincidence. The novel Love Ki Ghanti appears to be a miracle at first glance, but only I and Salwan know that this novel is just a coincidence. Actually, I had written a story on an e-book platform whose name was Tum Mir Ho. This story of mine is the most famous on that platform. I was confident that that story would make a very lovely film. There were talks about this with some people, but the making of the film never started. In the first week of November 2023, it came to my mind that I should write this story in the form of a short novel. This noble thought also came from the reason that Salwan and I often wondered when we would be able to write a simple story. Yes, this is the first story in so many years which is simple, and will not require much brain to understand. I thought I would finish a 2-page story in 10 chapters. That means it will be a short novel of approximately 40 pages and 10,000 words. When I started writing, nothing came to my mind. I see again and again, hey, only 2 chapters have been written so far. When will the 10 chapters be completed? At that time, I was unaware of the coincidences of Mother Nature. I remember calling Salwan on the 3rd day and saying that 20 chapters had passed, and the story hadn't even started properly yet. After that, whenever the story stopped, I would talk to Salwan and ask for ideas. After discussing for some time, we would finalize something and I would sit down to write again. A campaign was started to write 10 chapters with a total of 10,000 words, which ended after just 2 months with 79 chapters, i.e., approximately 130,000 words. This is just a coincidence, because I had no intention of doing this. It all happened automatically. Usually, when I write a book or novel, I sit with my mind fully prepared. I know what to do and how to do it. I always start a project under good circumstances. But this time nothing like this happened. It has been written with complete concentration, following the same routine that the character Babita follows in the story while battling loneliness, hunger, thirst, and cold. Although the first draft of the novel was completed around the 10th of December 2023, this time I had to add those elements which were lacking, as pointed out by my cousin Abhishek Sharma alias Sunny. Details. I'm primarily a film writer, so my mind focuses on the story, not the details. In this novel, I have tried my best to fill that gap. I am sure that this time, Sunny will get some details in this novel. I will try to add more details in the next novel. Now, what result will this coincidence bring in my life? I look forward to seeing this. Let us start the story now. Deepak Satya.